Hey, you're pretty interesting. You wanna join my gang? You'd be a good addition to us. Wreaking havoc across Inazuma. The new wave of disaster. Sorry. Sometimes it just comes out. So, what's up? You need some help or something? A lot of people call me Arataki Itto the Evil. But I just like to call myself conflicted. Because I don't know what to do anymore. After everything got solved, I just sort of went my own way. And the gang's still here. But I find myself doing my own things lately. Well, that's what I would say. If things didn't get so damn convoluted, I feel like something's about to go down, but I'm not exactly sure what to do about it. It's sort of like if you have that itching feeling deep in your brain, but you don't know how to scratch it. Yeah, something like that. But even if it did, I'd say things are different. Different enough. But how about you? You caught my eye because, well, I've not exactly had a lot of chances to meet someone so fine. I believe a greeting is in order. Not too shabby, right? Kind of interesting. Your reaction isn't as repulsed as most. Like that one time I asked Kudosara to... well, I didn't know at the time it would be weird, okay? It was to do a sumo display in the middle. To get my... Never mind. Had to do with the man losing his vision. I needed it back. What can I say? You'd do anything for it, wouldn't you? It makes all the difference in the world if you have one or not. Otherwise, you're stuck like those lame samurais. I used to have a lot of respect for them when I was small. But I grew out of that and into adulthood. That's why I do things my own way. The Arataki gang is built different because of that. Of course, you can take it or leave it. But you've got an invitation from me. It's not because of that. It's because I think you're fire. When I look at you, I see a lot of things. Most of which are fucking amazing. Sorry. Bad habit. Crass way of talking, and maybe just a bit of... not knowing what to say. Well, when you meet someone who's way too hot for what they should be, you'd get a little nervous too. I'd like to think that I'm one of those, but judging by your reaction, you seem cool as cucumbers. Why is that? Kinda envy you, not gonna lie. Hey! You wanna go on a date? Maybe it's too bold of me, but it never was in my style to do things halfway, so woo! Let's do it! You want to? Yeah? Maybe. I do know this place that makes some bomb-ass dongos. Well, if you like sweets, that is. I'm not sure what you're into. I can't tell by just looking at you. But I want to know. Isn't that the nature of, well, human or oni intuition? Sorry. I'm just still getting used to all this. There's a lot of things that I just don't know what to say. But with you, it feels somewhat free. Like I've got something. Something special right here. And not like that stupid Kujo Sara. Don't even get me started with that one. I had a fight. Doesn't everybody sometimes? Besides, right now, I'm more interested in what we could do together. Something far more exciting. You wanna go to my favorite spot? It has the best overlook of all of Inazuma. You can see all the islands, no joke. Well, it's on Watatsumi. You wouldn't expect me to go that far, but I've taken the journey a lot of times. He even made friends with Kokomi. Just a bit. Though, maybe friends is a stretch. I don't know. Just sometimes I kind of wish I had more friends. I'm not disseminating the importance of the Arataki game. They're like family to me. Without them, I wouldn't have made it this far in the world and been such a heinous criminal with so much power, so much influence yet. I don't know. It all felt like it wasn't for much. After everything I've done, I feel like there's a plateau, like I'm missing something. So, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone. Would you like to? Maybe go get a drink and some dongo? I know a great boba tea shop, so if you're interested. Wow, really? Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about. I knew you would say that. Of course I did. I could see it written all over your face. No, please don't. Please don't say no. Please don't change your mind. It's not desperation, if it's enthusiasm. Someone once told me that, and it made my head hurt, but I'll just consider it a half win, half lose. So, well, let's see what happens. You can't lose much, plus I'm treating you. I've been saving up for a while, so doesn't matter what you ask for, as long as you don't ask for too much of the, well, expensive sashimi, we should be good. You asked for this expensive sashimi. Why should I be surprised? No, in fact, it's intimidating, exciting, and so exuberant. Something about you makes me smile. I haven't quite placed it yet. But I wouldn't change a thing. To be quite honest with you, I'm excited. Not just for me and you, but for getting to know you. Even if we just end up as friends, who cares? I'm not the type of guy who gets jealous of others. If I want something, I'm gonna try my damnedest to get it. That includes if we have that connection. So, I might be like a shark around bait. That's a terrible way of saying it. But I'm still gonna try, you know? I'm still gonna try my best, and I'm still gonna do it better than everybody else, because that's the Arataki Itto way, and that's the way that I have to lead by. If I wasn't such a great leader, if I didn't have this compassion and charisma, if I didn't have my attitude, I would still be lonely, all alone, as the Oni without much at all. But I realized something. Through everything, you gotta chase after your dreams. And you can't let them go. You can't even stop for a second and doubt yourself, because the moment you do, someone else sweeps them up. And they steal your vision too. No, it's not a sensitive story. Not really. Just the past. It's different. At least a little different now. Feels like things are changing again. I don't really mind it. Would you be a part of that change, I wonder? Here you go, Dongo's on the house. Here you go, keep the change. Thanks. So, any interest in being my little Dongo? No, I thought of it on the spot and didn't go over well. Hey, you're smiling. Maybe you like it a little bit? Cool. I mean, I'm not the best with sweets, but I like the sour ones personally. And you look like you got some sweet and sour to you. I mean, it came out better in my head. Look, you're sweet for even giving me a chance, but you're sour with those prickly responses. I kinda like it. Nobody talks to me this way. At least not since, well, I had the run-in with the Shogun. That was difficult, crazy, maddening, and almost cost me everything, but I made it out somehow. So peace, we got it. As for anything else, they don't call me Arataki the Evil for nothing. You want to know why? It's a long story, but I'm not ashamed of it. Not even a little bit. Well, this story takes us back 5 long years, when I was just starting out with everything, all my ambitions on the table. I was facing down some Ronin, and I had to save someone very near and dear to my heart. You guessed it, this little fella right here. They were trying to slay him on the spot, but little did they know he was a part of the Arataki gang. And even before it had an official name, I was going to defend those who needed it. Because it ain't right, those Ronin picking on people. They should pick on someone their own size, or maybe a few sizes bigger. That was my logic. Took down 23 of them. 23 Ronin at once. And that's how I got my name, because one of them lived to tell the tale. And he must have told the tale pretty good, because it got us some reputation. And suddenly I had lackeys. You know how cool it is to have lackeys? Pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Now, more importantly, I had a chance to do something more. It was like my foot in the door to everything I ever wanted. Almost everything. Sadly, there's been a few things I've lost along the way. I saw what happened to one of those islands. It wasn't pretty. Wars tear people apart. They break them down. They make them sad. They make the sky sad. I mean, just look over there. Even that isn't because of the Shogun, and I found out because I know secrets that nobody knows. Why? Of course, because I'd done infiltration missions into the Raiden Shogun's headquarters. Those guards think they're all that, but... Sorry, Kujo-Sara, but I'm just a little bit better than them. You. Sorry if I'm boring you with all these stories. What about you? I've been wondering this from the start, since your aura is different than everybody else. Us Oni are sensitive to subtleties, and something about your scent. The way you carry yourself, and of course, the way that you're able to go about things in such a new and exciting way. I don't know what it is. I have a good feeling that you're on the right track for something. I just don't know what that something is. Yeah. Call it intuition. Oni's intuition. The best kind you can get. My family? It's a long story. How about yours? Got any ball and chain holding you back? Any fiancés I should know about so I have to fight them first and prove my dominance? Well, that would make it sound like I'm trying to make you my mate. Well, would it be bad if that was the truth? Would it be terrible if I thought of you as something, at least a friend? I just wanted to make some connections, you know. I don't want to jump through hoops and rush into things, but I do have a habit of not holding back. And that not holding back gets me in so much trouble, but my God, there's never a dull moment. Every single time I wake up and close my eyes, it's all just another loop again for something I've never done before. Someone I gotta fight? Deal. Someone I gotta do something to escape. Then fine. I've escaped Kujo-Sara more times than I care to remember. And even then, being a wanted outlaw has its perks, you know. A lot of people look at me with respect. Even if they know the face, they gotta know the body twice as much. These muscles don't come from a day's activity, but from years of practice. You can touch them, you know. No, it's fine. Yeah. Sometimes I assume this form. It's my slightly shorter one, but it does make people less scared. I don't want to be too intimidating, you see. Sometimes it's useful. In fact, sometimes it's the best thing ever to be intimidating when you're facing down 30, 40, 50, 100 enemies. But Other times, you don't want to scare the kids, you know? You want to make sure that they can look up to you and see that not all villains are villains. That came out wrong, but you get the idea. I'm not a villain, at least at heart. I'm doing what I believe in, even if the law doesn't believe in me. Sounds good, doesn't it? You seem to really get me. That's something special, you know. Connections are something I value, and an Oni never forgets. An Oni never, ever watches someone suffer. And lastly, an Oni stays true to his promise. It may just seem like a promise to anyone else, but I've been around too many people who stab each other in the back, and that ain't my style at all. I would never be that kind of person. Not now, not ever. You got me? There isn't a single thing in this whole world that could convince me to compromise my beliefs. And that's why I'm confident in myself. That's why I'm never changing, and that's why I'm going to be the best damn... I shouldn't get into this. Sorry about that. Just emotions. Sometimes they're tough to deal with, and other times... Whoa. Looks like somebody got a little ahead of themselves. You kabiraning me? You must be joking. I mean, look at you. You're pipsqueak compared to me. You do know if I went into my full form, I'm like 7'9". You want to see? Nothing really changes. I can just control my height a little. This right here? This is just mini mode. You really didn't know, huh? What's this about you saying you want to know more? Why do you want to know more? Didn't we just meet? Wait, you're not gonna tell me. There's an actual connection. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but just in case there is, I can tell you. I lost a lot of people, a lot of things that I cared about. And this isn't a sob story, mind you, so I won't let it be. I lost them, but I swore on that day that I would never lose someone special to me again. That I would never allow anyone to take away my family or my gang. Because they're basically the same thing. So now, if I call you family, if I call you a part of the gang, I will fight to my dying breath to make sure that I can save that smile. That's why I'd like to consider myself more than a villain. I'm a hero of justice, and someone who wants to change this world for the better. You might see me as a troublemaker from the outside. In fact, a lot of people do. They probably see me as nonsensical, whimsical, idealist, empty, or fearful. But I don't care if I'm the scariest one in the world. If I can be scary and do something seriously good, change this fucking world, and make it something I like, to where the people I love can be safe. What can I say? I'm a family man. I always have been and always will. What I want more than anything isn't to take this sentencing, laying down, to take these wanted posters of me right here and just vibe with them. I want it to mean something. A symbol in the opposite direction. That the shogunate isn't always right. And that I won't let them get away with anything. If the people believe something, if the people need something, then I'll be that hero of the people. Arataki Itto. The scariest Oni in the world. And by far the coolest. And hopefully most attractive to you. Hey, I can at least insert some of my shameless self-advertisements in there. If I didn't do that, then would I really be me? I mean, come on. I've gone through so many different things that you... Yeah, I'm overdoing it. You really kinda complete my chaos, you know that? It's pretty good of you. I didn't expect to meet someone so completely different, so completely fascinating. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to keep up with you, but I bet you're feeling the same way. I'm someone who talks before I thinks. That is how you say it, right? Shh, you don't have to correct me. Instead, just roll with it. If you want this only man as, well, your date for the day still. And if you want to know more about me, then just ask. There isn't really anything I wouldn't tell you. Not a single thing. And, of course, I've got a big, crazy story. That time I hunted a great beast. Well, at least I think it was a great beast. It was a 9-tailed fox, deep in the forest. You know that forest with all the wispy things that go by? Yeah, that place. It was crazy, because the fight didn't start like a normal fight. It was eerie, like ghosts were hanging about. Little wisps of fire flying by like they were, I don't know, ghostly-like. And then, there it was, the beautiful fox. Not gonna lie, if it wasn't going to attack me, I might have befriended it, invited it to the Arataki gang, but it decided to make its intentions clear. I faced it down, like I did 10 lions before. Okay, fine, it was 9 lions. But the difference being, I was facing it with all my bravery and not gonna leave my Arataki gang behind. So I tried everything I could to face it, and eventually it was a draw. Is what I would have said, if not for the chaotic fight that ensued. We damn near destroyed half of the forest. It was crazy. Fire everywhere. Explosions. Rock bursting forth. And lots of chaos. By the end of it, we both had to go our separate ways, but acknowledged the other. There was no going back from that. Just a chaotic, weird agreement that happened. An agreement without words. Exaggerating? Nah. I don't need to exaggerate my stories, because it's always crazy when you're around me. For better or worse. I mean, unless you're dealing with law stuff. The paperwork. I can't stand that stuff. Hey. You okay with this? The state hasn't been too terrible, I hope. I hope it's been something of a fun experience, if not something a little exaggerated. We could go get some ramen, too, if you want. Well, that expensive sashimi is still yours. I'll use my savings. I don't mind. Why? Because what was I saving it for in the first place if I can't make someone happy with it? That's the whole point of savings, isn't it? You gotta use it for something you believe in. And right now, I believe in giving you a good day, no matter what happens. You see, I don't need to get anything in return. You could see me as some kind of psychopath. You could even see me as Arataki the evil. The real evil. But even if you did, I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't hold it against you either. It'd be sort of like a happy medium. I tried my best, and I go about my life continuing to try and make people happy. Believe it or not, that's the goal. Being the hero of the people comes second to making someone genuinely smile. I don't want to be alone. If I'm honest, I hate being alone. I grew up alone. Back when I was a kid, it was different. Nobody gave me the time of day. They just saw me as a monster, barely even letting me live in their city. And by the end of it, the only one who was friendly to me, ironically, was Kujo-sara, always talking some sense into me when I thought about bad things. I almost lost myself to the Oni. If I'm honest with you, sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. Control yourself. Because there's that rage and that anger and that sadness. Because I lost everything to me early on. But I don't like to focus on that, and I definitely don't want you to pity me. Don't you dare pity me. You got that? Because I'm making a new family, and I'm gonna be twice as happy. That's why as an orphan, I wasn't the easiest to get along with. Always fighting, always doing things that I thought was going to make me stronger, so I'd be so strong someday that the pain of loss wouldn't get to me. But I was wrong. Nobody's that strong. You know how I learned that? When I saw Kujo-Sara cry. She's like a big sister to me. In that weird kind of way. Where you care about them, but they also are the ire of your existence. Kind of like my rival, if that makes sense. Yeah. And well, I can say for sure, she's a worthy rival. The main difference being, I always seem to make things weird. What? Don't go back to that. That's ancient history. Just because I challenged to a sumo wrestling match, it was because it was something I was good at. One of the few things I knew I could beat her at. If I challenged her to something like archery or something, it would have gone horribly wrong. I would be 7 foot under. But even then, you've been giving me your full attention. It seems like you're actually interested in what I'm saying, which is a pleasant surprise considering usually I just get considered a liar or exaggerator or something like that. And you did make the notion, but your eyes tell me you believe in me. That's really special. I wish I had better words, better vocabulary to explain to you, but I didn't get to go to the fancy schools of the Tenryou Commission. I didn't get to go to those things I had to teach myself. So if I seem a little rough around the edges, you know exactly why. Because I'm out here trying so hard to make something of myself. Because, well, what else am I gonna do? Wallow in defeat? Focus on the negatives? Let myself be defeated by myself? Hell no. I'm afraid there's one thing you'll learn from Arataki Itto. It's that he doesn't give up. He doesn't give in to the sad things or people telling him what he cannot do. No law, no governance will ever decide my morals for me. That's why I fought against it. You know what? Vision decree. I lost a lot of good people to that. Not that way. They were just broken. Again, they weren't dying or anything. It just... They weren't the same after. I tried to get them back, but maybe you'd have more luck. If you happen to want to join the Arataki gang. That is. No, don't feel pressured. That'd be pointless. If you did, then how would I ever? I don't want you to suffer. Nor do I want you to do something you don't believe in with all your heart. So that's why I want you to make your choice when you make your choice. When you feel it's right. Because nothing else matters until then. If you aren't making a choice with all of your heart in it, then I would stop you right there. If I don't see it glistening in those eyes, then of course it's not the right time. Do I look like someone rushing? Well, I probably do. Like a rushing bull. My little friend could benefit from that idea. You throw him and he just stands there. Don't worry about that, though. He's jamming. He won't bull rush anyone, but he'll definitely do his own little dance. He's pretty tough, too. He can handle at least 2 hits from me. No, I never tried it. I wouldn't want to hurt the fellow. I just knew that because there's a boulder that's similar shape and size to him, and when I hit it with my bat, it's a little bit hard to destroy. Yeah, and he's built like a boulder. Sorry, I'm getting off topic again. Well, in any case, thank you for accompanying me on my date. I hope the food was good and the entertainment too. I hope that, if nothing else, I left an impression on you. That someday, maybe someday soon, you'd be able to see me as something a little special, you know? Arataki Itto. Signing out, I guess. Hey, this was the part where we're supposed to go our separate ways. You're following me. Is there something I did wrong? Something you want to say to me? Hey, like I said, it doesn't have the same effect from down there, Pipsqueak. I'm not trying to make fun of you, just trying to say, like, you should play to your strengths and stuff. A hug? Sure. I'm not shy or anything. Just, nobody's ever really given me a hug before, so. That has a lot of meaning to it. Oh God, you're gonna make me cry here. Damn it. You really think I can be something special? That means a lot. Coming from someone like you, you're great. I know people call you the savior of Inazuma. People call you a lot of names. Some love you, some hate you. But I think you're a pretty stand-up fella. And someone who deserves the time of even someone so great as me. No. I won't bullshit you. That means a lot. I'm glad you came with me on this stupid little date. I'm glad I get to be someone who means something to you. Even if it's just a friend, I don't care. I couldn't care less about those details. Only the weak are concerned about such things. And those weak fellows, they've got a lot to learn. A whole lot to learn. But I don't think it's bad to be weak either. Weak are strong. You are what you are, what you choose to be. And I, for one, am glad that you chose to be what you are. Anyways, the least I could do is take you back to my place. I gotta introduce you to the Arataki gang. Of course, soon to be the Arataki clan. Or commission. Whichever happens first. But that doesn't mean we serve under the shogunate. No. We serve under our own banner. And we live out of a pirate ship. A crashed one. You're going to be so impressed when you see it. It is the coolest thing ever. Trust me, would these eyes let you down? No way in hell. And besides that, you seem like you're special. Maybe everyone's special, I never really know. But to me, you really made me feel at home. Sometimes I miss my family. Sometimes I miss a lot of things. And sometimes I can be pretty hard on myself. But somehow, you make me feel like I'm safe. Like even if everything goes wrong, it'll be okay. That hug, I told you before. Because I'm an Oni, everyone kinda was too afraid of me. So, I'm glad at least you aren't. kiss, you've got some dreams there. I'd have to bend down so low. Of course I... You're pretty sly, you know that? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just, you better watch yourself. If I wasn't such a... Never mind. Not going into that. But what I would like to go into is... let you really think about it. The invitation to the Arataki gang. What do you say? You want to join or not? Doesn't matter if you do or not. I'd like to consider you at least a friend. Someone I can count on. Someone who means a lot. And, well, someone near and dear to my heart. Like family away from family. Since I always dreamed of it. Unless, of course, you want to start a family and... Just kidding, what's... You're not supposed to respond that way. Reaction cute. You're pretty bold to call Arataki Itto the one and only. Cute. But I'll let you get away with it. This time. Don't do it again. Hey, I just told you not to... So you're gonna take that take, huh? Go about it that way. You'll only bring about your own downfall if you piss me off too much. I'm kidding. I wouldn't hurt you. I'd never do that. I just don't know how to respond without blushing. It's easy for you to say. Of course I'd blush from that. What do you think I am? You act like you're not cute. Like you're not attractive. Where's your confidence? You should have more. Hey, this is serious. Where's that confidence? I demand to know. Not answering. You got real quiet. Am I to take that as you don't have enough confidence in yourself? It's more serious than I thought. Well, you've got some, but when it comes to certain subjects, you might need some help. That's it. I've decided. I'm gonna take you under my wing and teach you a thing or two about being confident. Everything else will come second, and we'll make it through. You're officially the newest part of... Okay, an honorary member of the Arataki Itto gang. Sounds fair, right? You can leave at any time if you want. It doesn't matter. What matters is that confidence of yours. You need to value yourself more. Not be so hard. On yourself. On yourself. Do I make myself clear? I feel like I'm lecturing you. That's not the kind of person I want to be. I'm sorry if it comes across that way. I just don't like seeing someone like you, who inspires me, then turn around and be so hard on yourself. It makes me want to hold you close. It makes me want to tell you something deep and dark that'll catch your attention off of yourself for a moment so you have a breather. I want to look you in the eyes and tell you you're special. And your eyes are big like dongos. Hey, I couldn't keep that serious demeanor for too long. If I did, then we'd just get sad. If I've learned one thing, it's reading the mood and... maybe I don't know it as well as I thought I did. Because I can't exactly read this mood. And you're making my heart beat faster. To the point where I don't know what to do. Hey, you some kind of witch or something? You'd fess up if you were, right? And fine. I'll let you off the hook for now. But you're coming with me. Got it? I knew you'd see things my way. Plus, I gotta give you the tour. It was what we agreed on, right? Sorry. Just thought about our hug again and lost my composure mid-sentence. Won't happen again. You'll be seeing the cool me from now on. You want to see both? Fine. You win. What do you want to see next? You're impossible. I think that might be what I like the best about you. So keep being impossible. And show me that sweet gooey center.